Good morning, everybody. We're on day 8. How are we doing? And just gonna refresh the chat here. All right. As you can see, day 8, we have plenty of shards saved up. So I wanted to show this quickly. In the game, it's not showing these calendars, but this is on Player and Play. This is all the events currently going on. You have today's date here. You'll notice here, this where is it? The Summon Rush. Down here, the Champion Chase. So this event is going to have a 5-star first place THOLIN Soul. I'm gonna try for that, but I honestly don't think I can beat it. If I get a whale in my group at all, I just won't be able to beat it. I can open all my shards, as you can see here. I've got a decent amount, but outside of the primal, if I opened like all the ancients, the void, and sacreds, I don't see myself being able to finish it. You need 5,000 points, so that means you need to pull 10 legendaries, or the equivalent of. You get 500 points for a legendary, 650 points for a void legendary. Some people save up fragment summons. Anyone who might have pulled one of the epics can early summon THOLIN as well. All the epics you get 250 points from. So yeah, it's a great event, but it's also, if you're unlucky in your tournament group, you won't be facing people around your count level and stuff. They'll be within your levels, but they might be spenders, and they might just clear the event and make it unattainable. There is a minimum point too of 5,000 points, so you have to, if you can keep saving up mystery shards, but early players won't have thousands of mystery shards to pull to try and sway the things, the points in their favor, or finish that last 1,000 points you need, and that kind of stuff. As you can see in the game right now, there is a lot going on. These long-term events, the Chaos Awakens is going all the way to the end of August. The Event Dungeon is going all the way to the end of August. Coalition event is also on part 1 till the end of the month, and then part 2 starts. You can see a lot of the fusion events here. They really combine them all, and there are some non-fusion events here as well. All the green are fusion, I believe, and then the other ones are the random tournaments. So this one here, the Soul Chase, and the Dungeon Diver, I think. So this Dungeon Diver could be part of it, is it? No. So yeah, this is one of the fragment ones as well, or sorry, the champion ones as well. So there's still a lot of the THOLIN events left. I think there's 8 of them. So this might be the final 8. It should all be done by this Tuesday here. So the Fire Knight and Gear Enhancement should be the last 2. This is the final Dungeon Diver. But these ones here contain demon points. I don't know if you can see the words there, but demon points are going to be for this THOLIN event here, which is another way to obtain his soul. Where is it? This one here, I believe, is for the soul, is it not? No, so that's the coalition one. Where's the soul one? So there is a soul event. I think it's this one here, the Demon Slayer Titan event. Yeah. So this one here gives you 2 of the relics, some shards, and a champion soul. Now, is it THOLIN's soul? Yeah, THOLIN's perfect soul. This is another way for you to get up to his 5-star soul. So I believe a 1-star, 3-star, and 5-star soul are in this. They have done in the past 1-star soul with 2-star, 3-star, 4-star, 5-star upgrade souls. But now they've kind of stopped doing that. That you have, like, they're more milestones. So like page 1, page 3, and page 5 will have the souls on them, the upgrades, and the pages all in between are just where all the other rewards are. To do this, you do have to hard commit to completing all the events, because usually the souls are not in the earlier parts of the events. They are pretty deep, at least like 50 to 75% of the way through whatever Dungeon Diver or Champion Chase or whatever they're in. They are buried pretty deep, or broken up into like 50, 50, 50, 50 to get the full 200 from it. So the 2 earlier ones might be in the first, second row, and then the next 2 will be in the bottom row. So the third, fourth. So it's not always easy to get them, especially when you get past the 3rd soul. All the stuff from the 3rd to the 5th page will be more difficult to get. They usually do a card flip event of some kind, like a Deck of Fate or a I forgot what the other one's called, but they usually revolve around summoning soul shards or summoning shards or doing a combo of like artifact enhance with dungeon diver or champion training. So it's very difficult to finish this fusion if you're doing it and then have the stuff to do the champ training to get the points for the event, and then have one the week later to have more stuff to do with champ training or artifact enhance to do a card flip event. It's just very heavy on resources. He's absolutely worth it, but at the same time, you're going to be committing 10x what you're going to get out of it, even like 20x what you're going to get out of it, unless you actually compete and do get this. It's the only way it becomes beneficial is if you do get the 5-star soul, because champions, especially legendaries and mythicals, when you do get a 5-star soul for them, it really changes how the champion performs. Like it's like upgrading them an extra star, pretty much, getting them to like a 7th star. They take off in terms of their stats. Like it's like having an extra set of artifacts on them. Like it becomes gives them extra abilities. Like they get smite or polymorph, or they'll get like a crushing rend, or if you can ignore extra defense percentages, or nature's wrath, things like that. Like it really changes the damage or the effectiveness of a support champion. If you're ever wondering how to get to this, it's under you go to notifications, you click on raid, then you get to here. I just don't want this to close. And then it'll give you like an overview screen, and you have to hit the event screen here to get to this, and it'll tell me what's coming up. So like, see how the events keep going, the longer form ones, and this goes so up to the 24th. It's got all the events listed. So I was right. There's one here, a champ training event's coming up, and it doesn't say if it's attached to a coalition event, but usually when they do this, there's another summon rush that week too. So it doesn't list the champions, but over here, so this one, let's go one more day. So these here, we're going to have 2 times Ancients, and we're going to have some kind of 10 times chance for a champion. My guess is it's for the new Dragon champion. So it's going to be likely for this guy here. He's a demon spawn. Not Prevo, where is he? This guy here. My guess is the 10x will be for him, because they said during the 2 months that all these champions will be available, and his 5-star soul, there's some kind of event coming up for that as well. So keep an eye out. Just to go over a couple of the newer things they've added. This is the champion you get from. She's actually like the Arbiter's boss, so to speak, or her antithesis. She turned coin, but she used to be on the good side. I think she was like her whole story's here, but basically she's special champ. The only way to get her is through siege. Every siege you win, you'll get a certain amount of fragments for her from the victory chest. You do need to destroy the stronghold as well. This is another new champion that got added. My cat is just knocking everything over. Great. She's a great support, and I'm trying to think here, is there anyone else new? So there's no one else new there that I see. This is the Corrupted Coalition, so this is who THOLIN's actually strong against. The other, is it Undead that we have? The Mythical? Because they're going to do some kind of event with the primals for the Mythical champion. They haven't done it yet, but there she is there, Karosa. So you're actually going to be able to get her. It would be awesome if they would have done her as a champion that everyone could get, but nonetheless, she's going to be something you can get from an event down the road. They haven't, probably in August, because near the end of the dungeon, the event dungeon, they'll make her achievable. They have only once before, I believe, or maybe I'm wrong and they haven't done it yet, but I believe they've done a 10x of a champion newly released with a 2 times of the primals, only for the mythicals though. I think they didn't do it with the legendary chance too. They've only maybe a handful of times in the existence of primal shards done a 2x where it affected the rare, or sorry, the epic, legendary, and mythical rates. Normally it'll either do just the mythical and legendary, or just the, just the epic and legendary, or just the mythical. I think there's only been 2 or 3 times they've done that it affected all of them. Anyway, the other, where is the other new one? There's 1 or 2 other new ones. Not there. I don't see anyone here either. Oh, so yeah, this guy I got here. As I said, because this counts free to play, and we're trying to make sure. This is who I got for my what you call it, the Prism Shard. So because I got him from that, I'm still not, even though it's something that was achievable for everybody from the Dungeon Diver, I'm not going to use him until after the 30th day. The first 30 days, I am going to strictly use the 5 champions from the referral link and THOLIN. So, yeah, the Dwarf faction right now, we've only got THOLIN for Legendary, and we did pull a Geomancer from an Ancient as well. We won't be using him either. But down the road we will. These are the rares that we can use, these 5 guys down here. But that's just for Faction Wars. I haven't been using any other champions in any other areas. And yeah, you still, if you are doing THOLIN, you got a few days left. I'm still trying to get 1 more of these guys because I want to get the Epic. I won't be able to finish the Fusion, but that's because the first 4 events, the tournament side wasn't available, so there's no way for me to get at least 3 of these, and now it's, I think, 6 or 8 of them are done. But we got them from the promo code, so we're 5 levels away from getting Deacon Armstrong. We are halfway to getting our second 6-star, and the Masteries. Energy is our biggest issue right now. As you can see, I've used a lot of my shards, or gemstones as well. So outside of events and tournaments right now, and then finishing up missions here. We could try to get this by tomorrow. Or for that shard pull event to get an extra 250 to 500 points. If we got really lucky and got a legendary. Again, they're just going to go into the vault for now, but can maybe give that a shot to push it. Clan Boss, we've already put our key in for now, waiting those to refresh. Doom Tower, we can only get for the first few stages. I can't get it's normal, but I just don't have the gear to push past that right now. Faction Wars, today's factions are the Undead Skinwalker, and I have the last day on the Orc Crypt being open for the week. I also, as last day, I can do all 5 of the potion keeps. These 4 will go to their daily rotations after that. I do have enough of the Force Potions for THOLIN, so I may do Magic Keep later today just to make sure I have enough for Tagoar when he gets to 6-star. And I also need to go into Spirit, I believe. I need Force, Magic, and Spirit. So I'm going to have to spend the afternoon doing that before I go to work later today. The night will be spent in Minotaur Lab to finish getting the scrolls for Tagoar. And otherwise into the event dungeon and switching. So this is something that, to point out. It is a great time to do Dragon right now with the 2x on the speed sets, but at the same time, if you're targeting speed boots, it is much better to go to the Bastion, or sorry, go to campaign here, and just go to the speed crypt and farm brutal or whatever, or hard, whatever the highest you're able to do early on, and get your speed boots from here, because you're targeting getting boots almost every round. And you're also a 1 in was it 6? It's 1 in 5 or 1 in 6 chance to get speed boots. So because there's speed, HP percent, so HP, defense, and attack percentages, and their flat stat. and then speed. So 1 in 7 chance to get a speed boot. So that's much better percentages than, it's about 12 or 14%, something like that. Sorry, just waking up. Whereas in Dragon, you're going to be contesting. Even with a 2x chance, you might get speed. You might get speed set gloves or chest or helmet or weapon. Like you're competing with the other 6 rolls on your 2x chance, plus all these sets. Like Dragon is one of the dungeon that has the most sets available. So even with a 2x, you're still competing against 9 sets total. So even with 2x, it's just another, it's like a second, it's like 2 out of 9 chance to get a speed set. And then you still have to get a 1 in 6 on top of that, getting speed boots, etc., etc. So it's just multiplicatively it's a lot easier to go to campaign to get them. Same thing goes for when you're doing lifesteal gear. If you want to get lifesteal gear for the gloves or chests, like percentage based, just go here, bounce between these 2 stages, and you'll end up with the gloves or chests that you're desiring eventually. Now they might be 4-star the first time you drop it, but just do enough, you'll get the ones you're looking for. And then same thing with I'd like to remind that farming these dungeons, you get some great champions. Spirit Host here is an excellent early speed lead, as well as a buff cleanser. She gives increased attack and removes debuffs and places a block debuff on a 5-turn cooldown. So that, you know, getting an epic version later of another champion that does the same thing, it'll be more of like a 4 or 3-turn cooldown. But until you get that champion, she's a great. She absolutely amazing pickup, and she's good in faction wars and other places later on. This champion here, not too bad either. She does chance of placing extra hit. She's good for Fire Knight. She has 2-3. It's a 3-turn, 3-time attack, 2-time attack with a chance for a 3rd. Places a large version of decreased defense as well for 2 turns on a 4-turn cooldown once she's booked. And she places decreased speed. Like her whole kit is basically set for a Fire Knight normal. And you also have early on, if you're having trouble with the Spirit Keep, doing the healing reduction, this champion here, without booking him, he can put a 50% one on. So to do those healing reduction missions, you just need him to land this. You might have to manual it, except for the one that requires autoing, which is the stage 13 one. But he's a prime, because he's also her negative affinity, being magic. So he'll need about 80 accuracies, like 50 to 80 accuracy, depending how deep into the Forest Keep you go. And there's another one here. This guy's good for... He used to be good for Arena, but not so much anymore. He does a decreased speed buff and provoke and block damage on himself. He can be good for Fire Knight, but there are just better options now. The real cream of the crop for rares is getting a War Maiden from here. She has poisons on her A1, increased attack on her A2. And she plays an extra hit if it's a crit, but she hasn't. The big reason is this: the AoE decreased defense at 60% is the large version on a 3-turn cooldown. So she's one of the only rares that has a 3-turn cooldown on a decreased defense, not the 30%, but the 60, and it goes to 100% chance as well, as long as she got the accuracy. This champion's not bad either. Gets extra turns if he kills, attacks 2 times at random. He ignores defense. He's better suited for early arena. And he has turn meter control, but he can be good for waves if you build him. His multipliers aren't that great. These 2 champions are good for supports for faction wars for Lizardmen, and in here, this champion's part of the fusion, so you do need to get a copy of him. He's a provoker, and in here, both these champions serve a purpose. That Diabolist is great for this skill here, turn meter manipulator. She has an increased speed buff as well on all allies. And it's on a 3-turn cooldown and lasts 2 turns. And she has a sleep debuff on the A1. You can, if you do have a really hard time getting sleep debuff champions for early Sand Devil, she's a good option for that. And then our friend here, Houndspawn, he attacks all enemies and ignores block damage. But he does need to have a freeze landed on the target. Yeah, his counterpart, Fellhound, the Void version, is probably one of the best rare campaign farmers in the game. Can run Nightmare and Brutal campaign in like under 10 seconds. And then is the rare here any good? He's okay. He's part of the fusion as well. Sorry, the other rare I want to point out was this one, Valerie. She's excellent. She does an increased attack and increases the duration of all buffs on allies by a turn, and decreases the duration of debuffs. And she puts an increased attack buff on all allies. It goes down to a 3-turn cooldown, and she doesn't need that many books. That's the other benefit to her. And she puts a shield buff on allies. Now this is the only downside to booking her is you might land 4 books here. You really just want 1 here and the 4 here. But yeah, those are the rares in the campaign that are absolutely worth grabbing. This guy as well, I believe I don't remember if he's part of a fusion but he's good for faction wars. He removes 2 random debuffs. He's good for early Hydra, but you'll likely more use him for this ability in arena to just kill enemies that can't be revived. But he used to be good for arena, but you can't really get away with him now. There's just too many legendary and mythical champions that are overshadowing him. Yeah, and then that's the state of campaign there. And someone was asking me yesterday about books, where I got them from. The legendary books I got were from Brutal Campaign and doing some of the dungeon missions. But in here, Nightmare Campaign, it won't show me the list. It used to, for some reason, they just stopped posting them underneath. It used to just show you like the multiple rows. Give me 1 sec, actually. Let's see if I can bring an image up of that. Okay, so this doesn't have what's the word I'm looking for? It's a complete list, but it's in word form. It's not in images, so I'm just gonna read them off. So Nightmare Campaign, you would get 1,000,000 silver for 15 stars. For 30, you get 100 gems. For 45, you get a 3-day XP boost. 60, you get 1.5 million silver. 75, you get more gems. It doesn't say how many. I think it's 250. 90, you'll get an ancient shard. You get 3 ancient shards, sorry. 105 stars, you'll get 3 million silver. Then you get more gems at 120. 135, you get an artifact pack, an epic speed set, 6 pieces, 6-star. The 150, you'll get more silver. I think that's the second last silver you'll get is 2.5 million. The final one's 3 million at 195. You'll get 3 legendary tomes at 180 stars. So that's one of the last places the game just tosses you the legendary skull tomes out. And then you'll get 3 5-star chickens at 225 stars. And then, of course, the double sacred... you'll get a sacred shard, sorry, for beating Nightmare here. All 3-starred. All right, and yeah, overall, the rest of the places you'll get them are from events like this. Gear Enhance, get these kind of rewards here, and then shards, sometimes gems and stuff early. And certain ones will have books and stuff as well. The training hasn't started yet. 20 hours is just shy of 20 hours for the Soul for THOLIN event to start off. It also has 2 relics in it, a legendary and an epic. I apologize, I'm just really yawning this morning. And so far as a community, we're just shy of getting the legendary book. So today I can get energy for the spider's den if I wanted to go farm silver. in here, getting those legendary books for skills. This is his Soul Awakening, so these we could get from the event, but this depends. This I don't think we can get. These are pretty difficult this early. Maybe like closer to the end of the event we might be able to try. Same with the live arena, we just don't have the team for it. Maybe the 20 we could do if we really tried. This is pretty difficult. If you're wondering how to complete some of the coalition events that are more difficult, like completing Spider Hard in 5 turns, Stage 10, Spider Hard in less than 5 turns, there's people who've posted some teams on Reddit. You do have to search for them, but they are there on the Raid Discord or Reddit page. And same thing for some of the other ones, for ones people are having difficult with. Now here you'll see these people are going to get an avatar and some juicy rewards. This is like maximum spending. Like this is just money funnels of them leaving stuff like this on or this, and like they're just, you know, grinding Spider the whole day with like thousands of energy and multi-battles and just letting it run. And or they'll do like artifact upgrades, they'll do certain quests and they'll just repeat them. I know when they had the defeat arena champions, people were just doing 3v3 arena with easy defenses. And yeah, overall though, we're just waiting for our energy to refill, and maybe we could do some foraging here. The forge pass is ready, so we get to do one of these. I'll use my last rarity charms for that. Instead, we get an HP chest. Now, I'm not going to sell this. I'm going to hold on to it because I won't get a lot of this set. And we can do perception. Hope we get lucky. Ah, that's a great shield. I do wish it was 5-star higher, and these were higher rolls. The crit rolls rolled low, so those can roll up to 5% on a 4-star. And again, low rolls but good stats. You can get a resilience. I should maybe get some of this set. So that weapon was great. Let's get that. Dailies are done. That's where we sit on day 6 and 6, or rather, we're on day 8. We're in a weird spot because the first day is day 1, 2, just for how it falls. But we're on day 8. But I guess somewhere along the lines here, I forgot to. I didn't finish the daily mission. I don't know what day I missed though. But I did apparently miss finishing my daily quest one day. Not sure what that's about, but yeah, this should be at 7. Or no, 8. So I've missed 2. I wonder how that works. Because I did 4. Yeah, that's weird. Because I've already gotten 1 ancient shard from this for the 5 days. And now I'm 4 days, so we're on day 8-9 split according to this. But I also didn't complete 2 days of this according to the monthly. That's just weird. I don't know. That's messed up. We have a Haikatoon we got from an ancient shard. She's in here. And gems were low. I didn't want to go this low, but I really needed to get, I believe it was Arena, to stay in Gold Arena. I just had to keep fighting. I upgraded this whole row to give THOLIN a boost. I don't suggest this. I do suggest trying to focus here on the attack or accuracy node and just keep maxing that. You can also do resistance of your choice, of your faction of choice, either your starters or THOLIN. We're refreshing here. We're just looking for weak or one-man teams because we cannot actually beat these gold teams. 4 6-stars, mythical champions. We cannot deal with this. There's stronger teams here than in like gold 4, so 4 and 5. As you can see, like this is our defense. It's just not doing great. Loss. I won once here. I'm surprised I beat. This is a defense, so like I'm surprised Armand's lost, but he might not have been fast enough. Sorry, I keep yawning. Yeah, and that's that. So we're gonna keep waiting for our energy to refill, but we will jump into dungeons. Maybe I'll just do Minotaur. There's not much else I can show on this one, so just gonna be a short stream for this one, because we are just waiting on everything to refill and refresh for me to be able to dive into it to go further. I might do a part 2 stream before I go to work at 3 o'clock, so in 6 hours and change, just to show how they're doing in dungeons. We're going to hold off 6-starring Tagoar until the training event starts later today. So it is 22 hours away, so I mean that's 4 a.m. for me from the time now. So I'm just keeping, I'm just throwing that out there. I won't be doing it like right at the get-go. I'll be getting up at 6 a.m. and I can start then, but just putting that out there. But I'm glad I had a lot of comments yesterday in chat that were saying the videos have been helping out for people who've been doing free-to-play and just starting out. So I'm glad to hear. Again, I was answering some questions yesterday. One of them was about silver. Spider is your one good opportunity to farm silver. Also, while you're making food in campaign, if you go to 12.3 for selling the shields, you'll get more silver for the shields than the boots, but you get more XP in 12.6. And your other option is going into the forge if you've done enough arena and faction wars to forge materials there, and any artifacts, and any artifacts you do forge that you don't intend to keep, you can just sell, and you get it's like a free silver generator eventually. That's closer to like your 30 to 60 days. You'll have enough materials to keep just spamming it. So there we go, some more scrolls from Mausoleum Mage, and that's where I'm going to leave it. And yeah, hope that helps out, and I'll do part 2 later today. Have a great rest of your Thursday, guys, and hopefully the events when they start up tomorrow get some awesome things from the shards. And if anyone has questions, drop them at Twitter or X. It's Grimmzilla on YouTube, and you can leave them here and comment on the video, and I'll reply as quick as I can.